Uh, Welcome again. This afternoon, very happy to welcome actress and artist and blogger Caroline Heinle. How are you, Caroline?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for
Uh,
having
th-
me.
Thank you very much for joining us for the live. Great to have you here. Uh, First, I want to ask you, how did you get interested in the to become a performer, an artist? How did it start with you?
Well, I've been performing since I was little. I think my parents kind of discovered that I could sing, so they would have me perform in living rooms at times of years like this during the holidays. Um, I studied and trained at the Paper Mill Playhouse in Milburn, New Jersey, which is off Broadway. Um, and I got a little bit involved in commercials and some TV auditioning when I was younger, but I'm one of four kids, and bringing me into New York City was too much for my mom. so I just got involved in theater when I was younger, and then I majored in journalism, broadcast journalism. I minored in political science and theater. Um, because I've always just had an interest in writing and storytelling, and I kind of wanted another avenue to go down. But after college, I took a job in PR, and I was sneaking out and going on auditions. So um, I just realized that I had a love for the arts. So I moved out to California. I was there for 6 years. I wrote and performed sketch comedy. A lot of independent films, some TV. I was on All My Children, which is a soap opera, some commercials. And then I moved back to the East Coast and I had to have my spine fused. I was diagnosed with scoliosis when I was 15. So I wanted to be back around my family. And so, yeah, I've been in New York. I'm bi-coastal. I work on all coasts. And I just love storytelling and performing. That's
Yes, I can see. But tell me, do you think New York offer more opportunities in cinema or theater? Because I know there's Broadway, off Broadway, a lot of troops. So when you are in New York, could you land a film role like you did before, or you must be in California to be close to the casting process?
um honestly, I know people kind of think of LA as more TV and film. Um but they're shooting really all over now. Atlanta, New Orleans, um, up in Canada, Vancouver, Toronto, um, a lot in Utah now. Um, so I think there's opportunity wherever. You just have to kind of find it. I mean, yes, New York is definitely known for its theater. But I live in Jersey City, and Peter Farrelly was just here a couple weeks ago shooting the greatest beer run ever with Zac Efron and Bill Murray and Morgan Freeman. People were like outside, like, "Oh my God, stars!" And so I think it started kind of progressing um, into all over. And I'd say like with the pandemic, um, maybe it kind of gave it a little more of a push. Um, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
you spoke about your challenge, and the operation you have been. While I was browsing the internet for previous articles written by you or about you, I thought that it had some coverage, some newspapers, but can you tell us, for and also for people who are facing similar challenges, how did you come through this physical challenge, especially that you are an actress and it's very important, for your work that you are healthy, body and soul.
For sure. I mean, I think even more recently, I've been reminded how important it is for artists to take care of our nervous systems. That's like, I think, the most important thing. Um, because it's such a complicated industry where we're supposed to be vulnerable and open ourselves up and showcase our emotions, but it's fast paced and you have to have a thick skin. So it's balancing that. But I would say, I mean, I was terrified. I was terrified to have the surgery. It's why I waited, because a spinal fusion, I'm fused from T2 to T12, which is primarily most of my thoracic. And it just sounded so confining to me when I was younger. Um, but I needed to have it done. It was kind of like last case scenario. So I think that being in that mindset, kind of was just like it's really just going to help. Having a solid support system. I have a really good family. I'm close with my family. I know not everybody has that, but you know, family is doesn't have to be blood. I think it's important to have a solid support system that you can lean on, and then I think because of that, I've just gotten really into physical and mental health and learning how to take care of my body, my mind, my emotions. Uh, so I did that just from physical therapy, mental therapy, um, and and honestly, being creative. I feel like creativity and art is so healing. You know.
I see that you graduated also in journalism and you wrote some of your short films, right?
Yes, I finished a short film about what I went through um, with the healthcare industry. I saw a lot of doctors, and I I did holistic medicine. It was a lot. So basically, I wrote a short film about that and how it's hard finding the right doctor and healthcare today. It's so complicated. So I wrote it 4 years ago, and I finally finished it this past year. And I was hoping to shoot it in 2021, but um, it looks like we're not going to be filming until like February or March of 2022. But at least it's moving forward, so I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Yes, I hope you can finish it before next September because I curate a festival in Stockholm for challenge people. We did the first edition last September. I did it online. I couldn't travel because I'm far away here in Ecuador with my wife.
Mm.
But next year, we hope the festival will be bigger. We can have more films, more guests. We did a 3 day festival only. And yeah, I think, films, about challenge people is not only about showing their challenges, but as per your experience, if we can show that people can overcome this challenge, it will give a very positive hope. And the festival is called Hope Film Festival.
What is it called?
Hope International Film Festival. Yes, I will send you the link. You can read about it. And we are right now editing a small documentary about the first edition to look for funds for the next year. Hope we can do it. Yes. I was while I was browsing your social links. You did have a blog called fightingformyimmunity.com.
Yes.
It's still on or not? Because I tried to look for the
Yeah.
link. Or tell me about it.
Well, I I decided um, to take a break from it, but I actually have been thinking about getting back to blogging because I really love writing. and I kind of just do little micro mini blogs on my social media posts. Um, I
So
took it
you
down.
already have followers reading your stuff. You already have followers, so if you start to publish again, I think you will get a lot of viewers and a lot of traffic, like we say in the website business.
That's, you know what? You're right. I probably should launch it again. Um, I think that, I mean, as people, we change so much, and as artists, we change so much. And um, I feel like I just recently kind of got into a place where I just felt very sound with my journey. Um, but I think there was a point um, when I was blogging where I just kind of I was second guessing myself and like what I was putting out there. And I kind of wanted to just focus on narrative work, like creating films and also building my following on social. And I also kind of was just like things had been so heavy for me for a while, and I kind of wanted to get into like a lighter headspace and drift back to comedy. But now I'm in a place of like I can do it both. So yeah, I guess right now would be a good time to get back to it. But
Yes, at least try to renovate the domain, and so you don't lose the domain name, like we say.
do you like the domain name?
Yes, yes, yes. Because when domains get older, it gets more traffic, gets more um, the search engine. Get to know about it, because sometimes people start by by buying old domain because they have a domain authority. So it's very nice if you want to come back to return with the same domain name.
Hmm.
Yes.
Thank you for that marketing wisdom.
But since we are in the celebrating Christmas and the New Year Eve, do you have a wish for next year that you like to share with us?
Well, okay, so every year I started meditating 2 years ago, and the coach I was working with like got me inspired to pick a word for each year. And 2020, I had like three words, which I feel like is very symbiotic of the year. It was like, whoa. Um, and or that was 2021. I forget. But anyway, this year my words are intention and love. Um, so I want to be very intentional with the projects that I work on, um, and with who I work with. Because as a creative, like people ask you to work on things all the time, and it's scary to kind of say no and turn things down, but it's also okay because I think it kind of helps you align with your purpose better. Um, so that, and then I spoke with my director for White Noise 2 days ago, and I said to him like, we I need to know right now if we are if you're on board to shoot this because it needs to be completed like for me um, next year. And he said yes. So I'm very excited about that. That's my wish, and I hope to get it into a lot of festivals and just kind of bring awareness to scoliosis. But it's also a film um, about loneliness, which is what he really made me aware of. Which I think, especially after the last couple of years, I think a lot of people can relate to that. Um, and then family dysfunction and healing and and dysfunction with healthcare. So I think it's a story that needs to be shared. You know.
Sure, of course. And be sure that once you have a new article, I like to invite you for a guest post in my website as well. Okay?
Yeah. What would
Yeah.
you like me to write about?
No, yeah. Think about it yourself.
Oh, I always have ideas. I mean,
Yes.
that's why I said I need to be intentional because I'm always like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that.
Yes. Yes. We can attach the article to this interview, and so people can read your lines and also get to know you and about your past and upcoming work. I think it would be very nice.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, Caroline, I want to thank you very much for
yeah.
this
Thank
lovely
you.
interview. I wish you all the best for you, your family, your friends, your work mates, everybody. And next year, I be sure to invite me with my wife to watch the premiere of White Noise.
Yes, I would love to have you. Enjoy.
Yes. Take care. Thank you much.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you and yours.
Y- Thank you much. You too. Take care.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.